we are in the North End area of Detroit. It's one of the fast developing parts, because if you look down here, we've got the Q line, which is sort of quickened, by the way. And if you swing around over to here, we've got the Penske Tech Center for the M1 rail. Why this is important is those are both companies owned by billionaires, Metro Detroit billionaires, that decided they want to revitalize the city. And so they made this Q line happen. It goes from here at Grand Boulevard all the way down to Marsh Park. So here we are back in the North End, and wanted to show you, we thought this was interesting, the North End Church of God in Christ. So we are in the North End. If you look over here, got a new construction. It's modern, obviously, slanted roof and everything. It's under construction, new windows and everything like that. So hopefully somebody's going to be occupying that soon and they'll get that fixed. Over here, we've got for lease. So this is part of the potential here. Got a couple buildings here that need to be redeveloped, and we've got a big one back there, if you look, that's also waiting for redevelopment. But in the meantime, over here, again, panning over slowly, we have, look at this building. It's all new deck, new roof, new windows. They even threw in a skylight, which they didn't put those in the buildings when they did it. But if you look down this street, you can still see a couple of abandoned buildings and a lot of vacant lots. So the price points aren't at it where it is like in Corktown, where you can afford to build something here and sell it at a profit, but it's slowly getting there. Because again, if you remember over, we were at the Q line, this is where the Q line ends. So when it gets extended, which they're negotiating right now, we're going to have the Q line go past this neighborhood. And what is that going to do to values? The corner here of Custer and Brush. And we're just down the street from where we were earlier, but we did want to show you this extensive fire escape over here and decks. Obviously it's 3 stories. They probably converted the 3rd story, which was an attic, into a unit. So that's something that you can do here in Detroit. The city is very liberal about that because they really just want money to be invested and stuff like that. Behind me over here is a garden. Okay, so this is a cityscape garden, and probably several of the neighbors probably have invested in it and keep it up. There's some containers over there, an old farm tractor. If we look over here, we still have a abandoned building, whatever, that's sitting there, vacant building. And we've even got a greenhouse type of structure. You know, again, looking down the street over here, this building could need some TLC. It doesn't look like it's occupied, but it probably doesn't need a whole lot of work to bring it back. And again, we got a great park over here. There's an event going on right now. So the community is strong here, and it's coming back. And again, it's the next area to be developed when they extend the Q line. Okay, now we're at the corner of Beaubien and Horton. Wanted to show you, we have new construction going on over here. So it is possible to build, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to flip that or if they're building it to live in it. Exactly what's going on. You can see some of these older houses here, and there's still vacant lots. You look down over here, there's again vacant lots and some older buildings. Okay, looks like somebody bought a bunch of the lots over there and they put a fence around it. Now we pan over to here. This is new construction, now leasing. Gonna have some micros, some studios, some 1-bedrooms and 2-bedroom apartments. So somebody obviously believes they can do new construction here as far as apartment buildings. And then you look over here, here's part of the dichotomy that people have to get used to with Detroit, is you've got this old building right here that is just sitting here. It's got a newer window at the top there, but maybe some older ones. Yeah, it looks like all the windows, well, several of the windows have been updated, just different colors. Newer roof, so somebody's actually taking care of it. Not sure if it's occupied. And then right over here, we've got something that's more old style, Park's Old Style Barbecue. Have not eaten there, but I'm tempted to, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some pretty good barbecue. All right, here we are at the corner of Oakland and Marston. Give you another view of some of the dichotomy, which means opportunity to us in the North End. If you look over here, you've got a house. It's a duplex 670-04, so it's upper and lower duplex here. And right next to it is another duplex, but they're redoing the 2nd floor. Guessing they probably had a fire or some major event there, and that does make sense, maybe not to build everywhere here, but it does make sense to revitalize. And then we come over here, and you can see there's another fire, burned out building that's for sale right now, of again, a possible opportunity. But what's more interesting is if you look, this is Oakland. On one side, we've got all these buildings over here that look occupied, you know, for the most part, being kept, not abandoned. we come back over here to the east side of Oakland, you see this building here. You see a lot of vacant land. You see looks like an abandoned building right here behind all these trees. And, you know, it's just a way different neighborhood because the development hasn't gone that far yet. So if you're a betting speculator, theoretically, maybe you could buy some of that stuff and sit on it for maybe 3 years. And then this hopefully will be coming back also, maybe 3 to 5, let's just say. But we think there's enough opportunity over this areas where you don't need to do that yet. So, but eventually it will. So again, just showing you another viewpoint of the North End. Okay, again, potential in the North End. If we look over here, we've got this abandoned building. I'm not sure if that's worth saving. It's been stripped, a lot of things, boarded up, whatever. It's falling down, so I'm not sure, but maybe it's got good bones. Then you've got this one over here, which is also currently vacant. It's boarded up though, so it's a good sign. But again, it's not on the market for sale. This one over here is occupied. It's a duplex. And then let's get over to here, these three. So it looks like maybe somebody bought all three of these, one investor, because you've got this house, which has been renovated. You've got this one, which has a fairly expensive front end. I'm not sure if that's real brick or just facade brick. And then you've got this one over here that's being worked on right now. So all three of these houses right here, these are all single families, it appears. And they're all being renovated because somebody sees the potential. All right, here we are at the corner of Beaubien and Euclid, towards the north end of the North End. And you can see right here, pre-sale luxury townhouses, call Andy. So somebody's gonna be building on the potential here. They've got some lots. They're next to two newer homes or renovated homes. I wouldn't think those are newer. I can tell by the brick foundation. But this area, again, this is east and it's okay. I mean, we were a few blocks that way and it was like a war zone. There was lots of vacant lots and buildings that were just abandoned or looked abandoned, but these all mostly look occupied. So we try to identify the best potential neighborhoods to invest in, but at the end of the day, Detroit is really block by block, as we've kind of shown you here. That's why you need reliable, trustworthy boots on the ground that can help you make the best decisions for what your risk tolerance is. Driving down the street on Alger right now, and that's a fantastic property on the side here. Some of these other ones look like they've been renovated, this green one. So if you look, I mean, there's not a lot of vacant lots here, which is a good sign. Most of these houses are in good shape. This one to the right could use some TLC. But it's an opportunity. And we're just taking you down the street so you can get a look at this, and encourage you to do this by Google Street View. But you have to pay attention in the right-hand corner of how old the view is. Sometimes it could be 3 or 4 or 5 years old in Detroit. And yeah, here is another neighborhood, another block, a couple vacant lots, that's it. But overall, potential.